I am a mucus farm today. Just pre-apologies. The fucking flower sperm. I don't. It baffles me because where are the plants? Where are they? I live in the desert, but I'm so fucking congested. My God, I'm tired of it. Multiple mornings, yes. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I found a fun I found a game. I went through my emails and I had a bunch of codes in there and I put some in and I found a game that I thought would be fun to play today just because I'm kind of feeling like shit. My energy is just like, I'm so, it's just head heavy tired because of the congestion. So I figure a funny game would be good. I don't know. It's the fire smoke. I'm almost positive it's got to be that because I mean my when I wake up and cough shit up, it's gray in the morning. It's gray. Like it's so gross. It's fucking gross. It's so gross. But I know that up north there's a ton of fires and the fire smoke's been blowing down into the Denver Valley. And it's crazy because it just takes me like 2 hours to clear my face. I'm literally just walking in circles, coughing and blowing my nose and coughing and blowing my nose and snorting medicine and trying to make it go away just so I can speak. Flower ejaculations are just more powerful this year. They're so powerful. I think it's because it's drier. I feel like last summer was really wet. Last summer rained so much here. It was insane. It was great. I mean, it was amazing because so many things grew. But this year's been so much more dry that everything, all the dust and everything isn't settling. It's just in the air. Yep, dude, I've heard Oregon. I think it's up. I think Montana, Washington. I don't know if Wyoming has any fires yet, but all that smoke comes down into Denver, and we usually get fires. I mean, fucking hope to Satan we don't have any fires, but the fire smoke is just like you like it's weird because you look out the windows and you're like, oh my God, it's sunny and it's pretty and it's clear skies, and you go out there and you just immediately start to feel kind of like because the air is gross. Like I don't think we haven't. I think we've had an air quality warning for a month ish, like since I got back. Good morning, Dream. Good morning, B. Totoro plus afternoon. Amen. Afternoon. How are you? Disemerged from the house for the first time for yard work this year. She's regretting it. It's terrible. I mean, no shit, Cinemus. I showed you guys pictures. I've been carving into the clay that is my yard all summer, just trying to get it leveled and trying to. I knew what you meant. um, just trying to level it out and get it to something I can actually like plant stuff. And within an hour, it is dramatic. I keep forgetting to even take a picture. I want to take a picture. The sweat is dripping like in my eyes. It's like someone sprayed me with a hose.
I'm going to
It's too hot.
You
Be safe.
With Satan's cock.
Sales. That's a lot of. What the fuck happened to Satan? That's not Satan.
Hail Satan.
What the fuck? You know what? You bastard. What happened? What happened to you? Did you
Hail Satan together? Sure. That's weird. Hail Satan. Thank you for some of the
class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings for so long. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing is better than pure sober consent. Do you guys want to see my green butter? Oh my God, let me grab it. Hold on. It's so green. I'm really glad I did it in the kitchen because holy shit. I strained it through the cheesecloth and everything, but then I had to like hand strain all the shit out. And I swear, we watched two-hour movies last night. We were watching movies in the watch party till 9 p.m. and my hands still stunk. Like, I'd washed my hands so many goddamn times and they stunk so bad. Dude, right sales? I don't know what I want to do with it yet. It says you're supposed to refrigerate it for 24 hours. So it's, oh my God, it stinks. That's my green butter. Pretty fucking, wow, it stinks. It's been in the fridge. My hands do not stink anymore, thank fuck. I washed the living shit out of them. I used, this is bad, don't do this, but I was raised doing this. I put Comet on my hands to get it off. I need to put this back in the fridge. It's supposed to be, apparently it's supposed to refrigerate for 24 hours or something. I don't fucking know. Give me 1 minute. I know, I know. The trick is though, and I was reading the Stoner Gump book last night. The trick is that the recipes you incorporate it into, you basically don't want to cook with the butter because that'll kill the THC. So it's going to be like sauces or like pesto going on pasta or something like that. Like, wait, use vegetable oil then Dawn and it gets it off your hands? Seriously? Next time. Next time. I know people. The last time I said I washed my hands with Comet, people chat freaked out on me. They're like, "Katie, you washed your hands with solid bleach," and I was like, "I think I had resin on my hands or something. Like that's all you can. There's nothing else that will get it off. You just wash your hands afterwards. Don't leave the bleach on your hands for fuck's sake." I have not calculated. So this is the problem, Glut. I mean, it's not a problem, I guess, but whatever. I don't know what strain I grew to like know exactly the hippie calories. Like I grew whatever seeds I had and culled the boys and kept the girls. So I really don't know what it is. But I Googled last night what's like the average. It's a dumb question because it's such a ballpark number. But like what's the average number of THC in an ounce of weed? And it's crazy that I remember this. I remember reading it yesterday. So if your weed is 10%, it's like 2,600 milligrams. If it's 15%, it's like I think if it's 20%, it was 5,600 milligrams, something like that. So essentially, I'm going to have to ballpark it, and I'm just going to aim low. I'm just going to portion it once it's solid, because I had to leave it out so it would, like, solidify on the counter. You don't want to put hot right into the fridge. It'll create, like, a bubble of bacteria growing nonsense in the middle. I'm going to be safe. I'd much rather be safe than sorry. Like, I literally could have made nothing. Like, we could have spent 5 hours yesterday doing nothing. This weed butter could do nothing to me. I have no idea. Or it could literally fuck my mind. I don't know. So I'm going to be, some garlic and thyme bread. That's what I'm saying. Everybody was like pesto, garlic bread, stuff like that, which I think would be good because the garlic would probably, like if I added garlic into it or something and made kind of a sauce, it would be less, because it's rank. It is rank. Like, wow, rank. It's so strong smelling. Holy shit. Pasta's delicious. I was gonna do like a square Tupperware last night, but people in chat were saying I should put it into something metal, probably so the heat doesn't transfer microplastics into my food or something like that. And the only thing I had metal was like a round dish, but it'll work. I'll cut it into like pie slices. I thought about like baked goods are a really good thing, especially like fudge, brownies. There's a lot of recipes for stuff like that because it's low heat. Like it's not high heat. Like you couldn't stir fry with it or whatever, but you could definitely put a chunk on a steak. Add garlic, sriracha, and then melt it over. Oh my god.
Now, I'm going to fuck you.
That sounds incredible.
With Satan's cock.
Lesho, thank you so much for subbing to class, keeping the class alive, and giving anything for 28 months. That's a long fucking time, and I appreciate you. Weigh out a half gram, put it on toast and other butter, dose accordingly from there. That's literally what I think I'm gonna do. Like just for the first dose, I want to gauge like what did I make? Did I make anything? Does it even have THC in it? Like I don't know. It could just be like gross. I don't know. I wonder if you could. Knives. You know what I bet you could do? You could probably do. I don't make pie very often, so I don't know a shit ton about pie crust, but I do make crumbles. And isn't it, if you do a graham cracker crust, isn't it just melted butter in graham cracker and then you just push it into the pie pan? You could probably do one of those refrigerator. Like, oh my god, I bought a pre-made crust to do that Kool-Aid pie that we saw the other day. But if you made your own crust, you could literally do a Kool-Aid pie with that, or like a pudding pie, because it just goes in the freezer or in the fridge, right? Good morning, Momo. By the way, love. I'll take a butter bar, please. Seriously, I know it's a pan of it, but yeah. Make a compound. That was Glut's idea last night. An herb butter. what did you call it? It was like an herb butter, the herb butter. I go through them, Vex. I usually go through them on my day off. That's where I snipe a lot of good music is out of there. Yeah, as long as no bake recipe, or if it's a low, slow bake recipe, that seems to be the trend for stuff, or making sauces, topping stuff with it, etc. Because you don't want to destroy if there's THC in it. But again, I don't know. I could have totally fucked up. I don't see how I could have fucked up because I never boiled the butter. Like you guys watched it. I was anal about that thing yesterday. I don't think I did. And from what everyone that enjoys can of butter and makes it is telling me, it should be green and it should smell. So we shall see, I guess. I'm excited. Yeah, a refrigerator ice cream pie. That's what I'm saying. Or like, I haven't made no-bake cookies in ages. Do no-bake cookies have butter in them? You know the ones, they're like a little mound. And it's like chocolate and I think coconut? God, I haven't made those in so many fucking years. But I think they have butter in them because they're basically like frosting with stuff, right? A Jello pudding cheesecake no bake with can of butter. That's what I'm saying. Like, that would be fucking bomb. Ooh, we could do a tort. We could totally do that. Yeah. I'm going to write these ideas down and I'm going to research some recipes because that'd be fun. I wonder if getting one of, like, clip-on thermometers next time. Yes. That is what I need is, like, a candy thermometer. And what I was using was a meat thermometer. I mean, honestly, Glut, like, even in Stoner Gump's book, no one really, like, they give you ballpark temps, but essentially they say, like, you just don't want it to burn. So, like, low, slow simmer as long as possible. Like, not a lot of people are really anal about the temperature, I found. It was, like, a really big ballpark temperature, but mostly by look. A tort or a crumble? That's a really good idea. The Norski, oh my god, is it just all butter? It's so, I think I've told you guys this before, but I didn't have real butter till I was in my 20s. My mom was one of those, like, you know, bless her heart, almond moms who think, you know, fat is the devil. So we had margarine, and we didn't even eat it. Like, margarine was for my dad to put on bread, and it was for no one else. Rich and sweet in general, fuck yes. No, fruit fly. Norski Nook. Got it. No bake PB cookies. I wonder if peanut butter would be enough to cover up the smell. That's the exact thermometer that I need, Knives. Yeah, I think that one would have been just easier, you know, to like actually watch the temperature. It's a bit more expensive, but it comes in green because weed, that's important to me. Wait, contemplates. You know, I got a Ninja Creamy? What? You think cannon butter would make good ice cream? Probably, yeah. I mean, I mean, at least my can of butter stank. Like, that is some rank fucking weed smell. So whatever you put it in, I feel like you're gonna smell it or taste it. But I don't know about ice cream. I don't know if I've ever seen, do people make weed ice cream? I don't think I've ever seen weed ice cream before. Dude, Thin Mint would be the shit. Good morning, Rage. Great. Ugh. Better. I forgot I had clips in my hair. Where did I just... I don't think I've ever seen weed ice cream. That's like the one thing. I've seen weed soda, weed cookies, weed suppositories, weed things to put in your pussy for cramps. I don't think I've ever seen weed ice cream. Is it possible? Ice cream has salt in it. Would salt affect the THC? I really don't know. Need your opinion on homemade air hardening clay. Cold porcelain, Katie? Cold porcelain that uses Elmer's glue and cornstarch. Or the simpler stuff that just uses water, cornstarch, and baking soda. I'm still experimenting. Ooh, cold porcelain. So does that mean it air dries? You know, Vissy's been doing porcelain resin. She might have some tips and tricks about porcelain. I think it's porcelain resin, or it's like a resin, you know, that you would cure with UV or air or whatever, but it's like opaque and looks like porcelain. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Good morning, David. Oh, you've seen weed ice cream. I don't know how it was made. Interesting. I wonder. I mean, I know how ice cream is made, and I don't think there's any heat applied. The desserts are so good, and the flavors would probably drown out the weed flavor. I mean, I'm okay with a little bit of weed flavor, but it's a smell. It's a smell. Betty's Edible. Betty's Eddies. Oh, I love the name. Oh, nah, there's cannabis ice cream. It exists. What the fuck? Why can't I go? Oh, I have to put in my age. Good lord. I'm plenty old, I promise. No shit. There's literally cannabis ice cream. That's fucking. These look really good. Grab a spoon, kick back, and chill with Betty's. Have you heard the scoop? Betty's Eddies has partnered with legendary ice cream makers Emac and Bolio's to combine two of life's deliciously simple pleasures. I swear to God I can read. Ice cream and cannabis. We've infused our infamous full-spectrum fast-acting cannabis oil into so it is cannabis oil infused. Into small batch ice cream made with all natural ingredients, and the result is downright delightful. Enjoy both dairy and dairy-free options. So it looks like you totally can. Which is sick. Excuse me. What's 23? What's 23? I forgot already. I know, I feel like I kind of want to make ice cream. I'm going to have to look up some ice cream recipes, because that's the ultimate. No heat applied. That's the ultimate for the cannabis, honestly. I know, it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of, I don't know what you would say, like, quintessential stoner associated brands that are vehemently against marijuana, like Monster and Rockstar and Red Bull and Doritos and Funyuns. Those companies have vocally been open about being anti-weed, and you're just like, yeah, but I'm the only reason you still exist, so stop it. Stop fucking hating us. Can you temper can butter? I don't know. What's tempering? The butter bar sketch? Wait, butter bar. Wait. Butter bar? My sister used to eat butter. It is Kinger. No shit. It's so weird. They're also, it's just, it's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. Yeah. I don't know how long that will last. You assuming that corpos, seriously, David, it's not like they have standards, right? It's a corporation, exactly, yeah. Yep, that's Kino. That's my thought exactly. I assume they're not going to touch it till it's fully federally legal, and then we're going to have weed Doritos. That's it. Because they just don't want to alienate the audience that, or their consumers or whatever that are against marijuana or think it's bad or whatever. Some of the desserts and how the butter's folded into the crust. Yeah, the Norse. Oh, it's folded in? Oh, yes. Tempering is adding a small amount of warm liquid to yeah, as long as the liquid isn't over 220 degrees, which I think is almost, I don't even think you can get that out of your sink. A lot of sewing companies are not really down with the devil's lettuce. Got to be careful at sewing conventions. Yes. It sucks. I think it's kind of hilarious because I know so many stoner crafters. To name a Twitch one, Beth. Bitch makes guitar straps and leather harnesses and some of the most amazing art I've ever seen in my entire world, and smokes more weed than I do. But those companies, all these art companies and art supply companies and Tandy Leather and shit, they would never sponsor any of us because God forbid weed. which I think is hilarious because I'm not kidding you. The last time I got to go to a convention where there was the Makers Mart or whatever it's called. What is it called? Oh god, it's the open floor where you get to go talk to all the seamstresses and everything and like buy cool stuff to make costumes. No shit, 3 of the stands had a weed vape pen and they were hitting it while selling. Like it's just these companies are so unattached. They're catering to a generation that's dying. I just don't understand. Oh, so it's boiling. So tempering involves adding can of butter to a boiling liquid could temper, protecting the THC. The boiling liquid is the part I'd be worried about though, because how hot is it? Not into hemp fabrics? They won't even do it. They don't want like us. I mean, look, fucking Hobby Lobbies, like, we hate the gays. Like, craft stores are fucking out of touch, man. It sucks. The last con was in Canada. It was nice and everyone was cool. That is really nice. It's so funny because Beth never talks about that. I mean, because she's in Texas and it's a felony. It was like me in Baltimore. If you were around when I lived in Baltimore for quite some time, it was the Jazz cigarettes, the Devil's lettuce. It was, cheers, everybody. Cheers. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, she's in Texas, man. It sucks. I was the same way. Like, it's not like there's like cops or DEA on Twitch watching us and listening to us talk about our pot and then they're going to come to our house or anything like that. But it's still, you need to be careful. You just never, you don't. And she's like, she's a expat. You got to be careful about that stuff. But it's so stupid. No shit. That was me back in the day. Like for years. Just smoking off camera and pretending, like, yeah, I love tobacco. All those cigarettes I'm smoking off camera. Those are my favorite. The catnip, exactly. Yep. Don't want to risk people who don't know, who don't want to imbibe with the regular product and may not know how to sell the product that distinguishes the two, so don't want it on any brand, but may very well create a daughter brand company in the future. That's already happened. It's not like, it's something really similar has already happened. Now that you mention that, you literally just jogged my memory. No shit. So what's happened is not, like, brands are how do I say this? Doritos didn't create, like, a sister brand or whatever to make weed Doritos, but there are companies who make nacho cheese corn chips in a red bag that says, like, do marijuanos or something, and it has the corn chip on the front, and it looks identical. Like, they're already doing that heavily. I've seen it a couple times. It's pretty crazy. I legit think Hobby Lobby is just a front for what? Bigotry? Brownies, Rice Krispie treat. Come on, sell me the goods. Exactly. The only thought process I have with that, live in ATX as well, is that it's decriminalized here, plus different types like Delta 8 and whatnot are available in Bud Wax cart farms. 100%. Yes. There's something, though, that people have told me where it's like, those legal versions like Delta 8, or there's another one, I think it was Nemois that told me this, the people selling them are risking themselves heavily because it's like, it's an odd loophole that can be closed very quickly the moment someone realizes what's going on. So people are kind of hush-hush about it, I guess. Do you feel that's kind of similar, Beam? Hobby Lobby is acting as a front for shady Christian elements. Ew. They're the craft store that was like, we don't support the gays or birth control or anything, right? They're that one. I shop online. Everything's cheaper. I don't go to these craft stores anymore, but like, yeah, that was the one. Okay. Where I grew up, I didn't even have a Hobby Lobby. We only had Michael's. Oh my God, Momo, shut the fuck up. New slogan, snap, crackle, pot, hire me. Cheers. Funk, what the fuck are they? That's scary. And that's the other thing, is when you're dabbling around in the Delta 8s and shit, because it's not federally regulated and controlled, and those people selling it aren't in, like, they're not putting themselves in danger of losing their legal selling license because they don't have one. they can cut it with anything. It could be anything. It could be anything. I'm not saying it is, because I know a lot of people that go buy it and smoke it and it's fantastic and they've never had a problem. But it could be employer rights BS, yes. On a ladder and missed, what was that? But heard my name questions. Oh God, what was my question, CNMOS? I did. What was my question? Oh shit. Oh, it was about how states that aren't legal, they're like trying to work around it by selling Delta 8, and then wasn't there some other weird there's another something, I don't know, Delta something or whatever, that they're trying to sell and say, "Oh, it's not weed, therefore we can legally sell it." But I believe it was you that was telling me that these people are running a huge risk by selling it because it's a really small loophole that could be closed at any point, right? Oh, so Delta 9, so they're selling real weed and just marketing it as Delta 8? Because that's what we smoke as Delta 9. THCA, is that what it is? I feel like we are getting a lot of hemp in fashion, though, even from large fashion brands. It's oftentimes they're as a green con replacement because hemp uses less water. I've seen it used in clothes, David. Did you know that they use bales of hemp to create houses? It's actually kind of fascinating. Like hemp, oh man, I listened to a whole podcast about the history of hemp. It was actually, it's the best material. It's better than cotton and all this shit, but it was some political nonsense that made cotton win in this war of like textile fibers. And I cannot for the life of me remember the exact specifics on it. But there was something to that because hemp is a great product. It's a great fiber. It's fabulous. It's so fucking universally, I mean, and hemp is not weed. It's a different plant. You don't smoke hemp, although I'm sure we all tried. And it uses less water, 100%. Delta 8 THC is just THC derived from hemp. With the federal government changed the farm bill. When the federal government changed the farm bill to allow hemp, it suddenly became legal. Interesting. Weird. Also, CNMOS, don't you have an injury? Get off the ladder, motherfucker. Do I gotta call this?
Now, I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
I don't think it's the same plant, but I could be totally wrong, David. You know what? Let's look it up. I don't know. I'm gonna do a Google foo. Oh. Here's a really, like, law load and clear, right? Okay, here's a really layman's breakdown. Hemp and marijuana are the same plant. You are correct. The major difference is that hemp is a mixture of male and female cannabis plants, and its flowers produce less than 0.3% of THC. Just for reference, the weed that I smoke every day is around 30%.
Show me where you're pissed from.
So hemp is around 0.3%. Hemp plants also tend to be taller and contain more fiber in their stalks. Boosh. Sick. I didn't know. We learned together. C-Town, good morning. And thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it 8 swings. And Mel, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it 8 swings. Don't forget your Prime subs. Every time you forget your Prime sub, Jeff Bezos gets a $5 bill shoved in his greasy, crunchy, poo-stained G-string, and he does nothing for society. Stop forgetting your Prime subs. Use them somewhere. Oh my God.
It's the number, Mel. I just took a big cheers, but you know what? Cheers.
That's not a lighter.
Now, I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Senor, I like tiny butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with a big round waist and a tiny butt in your face, you get sprung. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings, and thank you for the fucking hype train. I appreciate you. Hold on, I gotta catch up on chat. Thank you. It depends on who you're talking to. Some shopkeeps will go on a rant, and others will be real weird about it. Really? We basically have to access because, yeah, they don't realize most everyone I interact with tries to generally educate their customers. And that's how I feel about head shops here too. Head shops, dispensaries. They're very educational if you want it. Like they want to talk about weed. They're all the fuck about it. It's kind of amazing. That's why I always like when people are going to go to a dispensary for the first time. A couple times people have come in and asked me what they should do, and I'm like, just go in and talk to a bud tender. They're the nicest, most pleasant, stoned people you'll ever meet in your life, and all they want for you is for you to have the best time of your life. They want you to have the experience you want. They're not there to upsell you. They're not there to give you stronger weed or weaker. They're there to zone in on what you want and what you're looking for and find you the exact match. And they're just the best people. They're so nice. I think the Delta stuff's a lot less strong. I think Delta 8 is around 9% THC, whereas Delta 9, and that's the weed that we're all used to smoking that's legalized in legalized states, that is, anywhere from 15 to 30%. It can really, really rage. Yeah, yes, Delta 8 is like smoking 90s weed, exactly. You just gotta smoke more. That's all. Oh, dude, Mel, I totally get it. I made weed butter yesterday with my stash. It stunk. It's funny, I sometimes end up just talking with the bud tenders and customers, and we all end up knowing more. Same. Yep, I've literally, I've had a customer kind of hearing the conversation I'm having with my bud tender, and they're like, oh, shit, I've heard of that strain. That's one of my favorites. Do you have that? And we all just start bullshitting. Potheads are the friendliest people. Good morning, Crispy. How are you, love? Sound like hackers at the DEF CON convention, according to Pirate Software, sharing info. Kind of. That's kind of, yeah, seriously, it is. But I've never felt like weed's trying to be marketed to me. Like, I've never felt like anyone's trying to upsell me or anything. If anything, if they talk me into a different strain, it oftentimes is cheaper. Vape shops were very much the same early on. The good ones still are great. That's sad. Delta 8 and Delta 9 are criminally, Katie? Chemically different, though, is my understanding. I believe they are. I mean, that's why they have the different number, right? It's just a different formation. I don't fuck with Delta 8. There's a reason it isn't made by any of the big domestic outfits. I mean, I don't think you can get the percentage very high. We're just talking for people who that's their only option. Like people in Texas and whatnot. Delta 8 has a much mellower variety of THC. Interesting. What up, Kenny? Speaking of which, how did your can of butter turn out? Bright fucking green. She green. And so stinky. I have her in the fridge because according to the recipes, you're supposed to let it harden up or whatever, solidify in the fridge for 24 hours and settle or some shit like that. I don't know. Probably so you don't hurt the THC or something. Yeah, we watched a Wired vid yesterday that described the differences in 8 and 9, and she actually, I think the most fascinating part was that she was talking about the percentages, the THC percentages, and that is the best. Is it? Is that a sign I did it right, Crispy? Because seriously, it stinks so bad. Like, I'm honestly going to wait a couple days to do anything with it just so I can get over the smell. It was like the air in my house was like thick. It almost reminded me of like when you fry a bunch of food or you're cooking something really heavily fatty and the air just starts to feel like thick. And my hands smelled like it until like 9 p.m. and I went and took a shower and then like scrubbed my hands with Comet and I couldn't get over it. Really, I've made a bunch and the best ones I made have been bright green. Oh my God, Crispy. Do you want to see it? It's so green. I already showed people today, but I'll totally show you. It's green. Green. I'm going to go grab it. One moment. Check that shit. Oh, it stinks so bad. It's seriously, the smell is. But like, is it? Yes. I have high hopes. I mean, worst case scenario, it tastes funny and does nothing to me, So like, whatever. Best case scenario, I touch the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too high up though. Space seems scary. It does kind of look like a painting. That's those bubbles I was talking about last night or yesterday when it was cooking. Those are those milk solid bubbles, and then that's me seeing if it's set up enough to put in the fridge. I don't know if butter is the same as other things, but I remember in food safety when I was like 15 years old that you should never put anything hot in the fridge because it creates like a bubble in the middle of just warm that won't get cold in the fridge, and then bacteria flourish, and that's how you get food poisoning. So I let it sit out for a while last night, and it did that. But yeah, she is stinky and fucking green. But I tweeted that last night, Crispy. I was like, should it be green? Is it supposed to be green? Like, what happened? I'm glad that's what it's supposed to be. Saffy! Look, I made weed butter. My first time. It stinks so bad, and it's so green. Good morning, my love. Ugh. I couldn't put it's like buttery and then something. I don't know. It just is a strong smell. I know we've been celebrating. I'm so fucking happy. And correct me if I'm wrong, isn't season 2 coming out like in August? I can't remember, but I feel like we read about that like months ago. And then now it's almost August and it feels kind of crazy soon. Was it August or November? It feels like it's one of those. It smells like buttery weed. I don't know how to put that. I'm excited. Same, Seth. I mean, hard same. It's weed and butter. I don't. Oh, Kino, it's on Prime. Is the first. Yeah, Has-Been's all on Prime, right? And then it's Hell of a Boss is on YouTube. So if you haven't seen anything by Vizzy, oh my god. If you go to YouTube, you can watch Hell of a Boss, which is her other show, and it's phenomenal. I love them both. And then Has-Been's on Prime. They're both really good, though. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge because it stinks. It's my skunk butter. Yeah, it's gonna have to be pesto or something. Something that's gonna take that smell away, because whoa. You know what the sickly smell literally could be just my like it's so much butter. It like smells so like rich. I cannot think of a word to describe it, but it's like overpowering butter smell. I don't know how to describe it, but it's fucking strong, man. Green, the chlorophyll is much smaller than your straining cloth. You can get smaller micron bags if you want it to be more pure. I mean, does it affect it? As long as it gets me a little high, I'm not. Just burnt. Oh my god. Burnt popcorn is one of the worst smells in the world. How could you? You're not wrong, though. My skunk. Oh. Yes! Literally, Bezabelly, that's exactly how I was trying to describe it last night, because in the watch party, Knives and Glut were in there and they asked me how the butter was doing, and I'm like, man, the smell in my house is like sickly sweet. That's exactly what it was. It was just, I have a very small house, a very small area, so like there's not a lot of, movement of air, and it was just like sickly sweet that's not actually sweet. That's exactly how I tried to describe it. Seriously, what up, BDO? How are you? No shit, Rage. That's exactly what Glut said. Glut said melt like some of the butter with sriracha and something else and then put it on popcorn. Pungent. Pungent is a great word for it. Absolutely pungent. Yeah. Burn popcorn and microwave fish, dude. There's something about I get it. It's like chewing on stuff keeps you awake, right? So people who work night shift love to eat chewy foods, and there's a thing, nurses love popcorn. And the ICU will 9 times out of 10 smell like popcorn. And there's something about now popcorn that associates with like flesh wound with me. It smells like a break room. Yeah. But like I've got burnt popcorn smell in my nose while I'm like helping debride someone's flap wound or something. Like it's associated now in my head. It's fucking gross. 4 years in a theater, burnt popcorn just makes me irrationally angry. It's the worst smell. I mean, and it ruins your microwave. And fish is just ridiculous. We were talking about this the other day. David brought that up. Like, I think, I was saying when I was a kid, like early college, we used to go and get burritos and then put them in our purse and go to do a movie. And then we would sit in the movie theater and literally with our purse in our lap, like on a burrito because movie theater food was so expensive. And I was saying, like, it was probably awfully rude because the smell. Like, it's not movie theater food. There's a time and a place for smelly food, right? Like, people who bring fish on an airplane or microwave fish in a closed space where other people have to inhabit. What's wrong with you? You must be 21. Are you a child? Stop it. Dude, Bezbelly, it truly is. I'm really procrastinating on going to the store today to buy things I need to make corn chowder chili. Oh my god, but chili. That's another thing, Kino. I cannot stand the kernels stuck up in my gums. I'll pick my gums bloody to get it out. It's really bad. I've chased down the law that made growing hemp compulsory in the UK. It was signed by Henry VIII in 1533 and said that every farm over 60 acres had to use at least 1/4 of an acre for hemp. Unfortunately, there are no copies of the law online. That's pretty cool, though, and I think that was actually part of the podcast I listened to, describing like the history of hemp. That sounds really vaguely familiar. If you use a smaller mesh to strain the butter, you'll get less oil, but it'll be more concentrated than when you Oh. What's smaller than cheesecloth? Microwave broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Why are you like this? Back in my day, a burrito and a soda cost $4.20. Now it's $10. Oh my god, I'm old. I mean, but if you go to the movie theater, a bag of popcorn this big is $10. So like,
Now, I'm going to
you know,
fuck you with Satan's cock.
Sovereign, thank you so much for starting the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it a name to swings. I'm sorry I keep coughing, man. My allergies are really bad today, and it's just like itchy. Thank you. I was gonna say, honestly, I don't know. Is 36 old? Am I old? Old is so subjective. I remember being in high school, and my mom would give me a $20 bill, and I could go fill up my entire gas tank and get some snacks. And that wasn't that long ago. I think inflation has like, I'm too dumb to know, but it feels and looks as if inflation has exponentiated in my lifetime. It's always been happening, but like, whoa. Because now it's borderline $100 to fill up your tank. I mean, it's crazy. And it literally was less than $20 to fill up like an 11-gallon tank or whatever. And it's just weird. Because it wasn't really that long ago. Like, sure, it was a bit ago, but not that long ago. And I look at that and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, we were raised for a world that doesn't exist anymore. Kino, no shit, the average purse bottom has more fecal bacteria than any surface in a bathroom. It's pretty crazy. I think people should be able to eat whatever for lunch, but I hope what you've done to your coworkers marinate on your brain so bad you don't sleep. And when you finally do awaken, I hope you step on multiple Legos. I feel that. Like, you do you, boo-boo. It's a free place. Eat whatever you want to eat, but also, I hope your children filled your slippers with Legos and your coffee's flat. Old is 15 years older than your current age. Perfect. Okay. Deal. I remember when gas hit $5 a gallon. That was scary. You have socks older than me? Really? You know, I do have a t-shirt that I still wear now and then that is from when I was in 4th grade. How long ago was that? 26 years ago? I have a shirt that's 26. I think that's maybe the oldest piece of clothing I have. Maybe. It was a jersey from when I was a kid. We're literally saying the same thing, my aunts and uncles. You say it's literally, I know. It's gonna happen forever, right? It's inevitable. That's what I mean. Like age is subjective. I don't think age is real, but I do think fucking inflation has really like t-shirts older than me? Really? That's a really good t-shirt. What brand is it? I know, to the point where 16 dollars, no one, well, I mean, senior, you know this, there's not one place in the United States of America, and this is statistically factual, that a person can afford on minimum wage. Not one legal residence can you afford rent on minimum wage. And I think our politicians should all make minimum wage until that's different. Period. Senior, it's all about what people will pay, man. My mountain bike's from 99. That's pretty cool. Grocery prices should be going down now, but the question is by how much? They have customers squealing and are getting diminished returns. I just wish Biden had been more aggressive. I think grocery stores are going to have to face facts when more people, I mean, like, I know I'm not the only one that uses HelloFresh. I've been using HelloFresh for years now. And it has borderline eliminated grocery shopping. Like, all we really need to go to the grocery store for stuff is like coffee, milk, like, you know, condiments and stuff like that. But other than that, we don't buy their produce anymore, and it was shit anyways. So like, I don't know, there's companies already creating ways to work around the grocery store problem, and I don't know how long they'll last. They must have made super high quality socks back then because my mom still has high school clothes, and I'm 40 tomorrow. I'm saying I have some socks that are like 15 years old and in perfect condition. Smart wool socks, man. There are good products out there. They're just hard to find. They're literally hard to find. I can't believe your birthday's tomorrow, though. It's my day off. Okay, when do I have to sing to you? Do you want it on Tuesday? I hate when birthdays are on day off day. I don't get to sing you happy birthday, and it makes me sad. I still own and wear a sweater my nan knitted for me when I was 12. That's fucking special. I'm 26. Is that a bad thing? I don't know if it was here, Visi Stream, or maybe on YouTube Short Hole, but I saw someone post their Walmart order from 2 years ago was saved. 2 years ago it was 146. Today, if he ordered it again, it would have been $512. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. That's Senior. That's my job. I feel like that's how I participate in the house, is I'm the one that finds the deals and does the like tries to find the good shopping spots and does the, you know, looks for sales and stuff like that. Like if Black Craft Cult has a sale, I'm like, babe, give me your card, and I buy him all the shirts because they're 40% off, and otherwise he won't buy himself new clothes and he walks around with holes in his butt. I mean, not, you know, he has a hole. Everyone has holes in their butt, right? At least 3. No, it's whatever. Is it that time already, bud? What time is it? Hello. I didn't even notice you there, you little creeper. What are you doing? What are you doing, bud? What are you doing? Good morning. Do you have a good sleep? You're so pretty. You look tired. Did you have a good nap, bud? Yeah, I had a great nap, Bob. Thanks. Jesus, sweet boy. C-Town, that is a big thing. Yes. The only thing that's going to change prices and get them to lower is a critical mass of consumers stopping buying things because they're too expensive, which has happened to some extent, but not enough to get stores to drop prices comparatively. I mean, they've already made so much money. I feel like a lot of those stores, like, they can hold out longer than we can. They've got the finances, you know what I mean? Good morning, Cocky Love. How are you? I know. Do you need to take a shit? He's been doing this lately, Cocky. Like an hour into stream, he comes and gets needy, but he actually needs to take a dump. Is this your new dumping time? I don't know. He's trying to be regular, I guess. Oh, dude. Okay, 34. That's pretty good, though, Sromlin. I mean, come on. That's pretty fucking good. Regular is good. I'm honestly, especially with his tummy issues, I'm glad he just poops. Sometimes I wonder if he has tummy issues because he holds his poops. Everybody wants to be regular. Everybody wants to be regular. And I don't want you to hold your poops in and then not poop and then have weird tummies where mom has to sit around with you all day. That's just sad. You're so cute. You're like, why do you hide? You're painfully cute, bud. Painfully cute, Bubba. Good morning, bag. Basically, they use stalker capitalism, customer tracking through apps that spy on you, advertiser ID tracking, etc., and then do promotions around that target. I know, targeted ads are creepy. They're very creepy. He's such a handsome boy. You do blend into my life, though. Do you need to go shit? Do you want to go outside? Do you need to go potty? That intense look. I never know what that means. He like... Go outside. Dude, see, I told you, Freaky Angelo's everything. I wanna see your asshole breathe. Baby, laying eggs, sucking it from behind. We could make a whole mix, I'm saying. Little dirt under my pillow for the dirt man. Ask, and ye shall receive. Because whatever's wrong with me makes me play the same songs over and over and over and over and over again until no one wants to be my friend. Break. Alright, anyways, shall we whoop ass? Same. Surviving, making it. Oh my god, that emote, Dan. I love Dan. Man, I'm so grateful for the people that have just mystically come into my life. Like, I honest to fuck couldn't even tell you how Dan and I became friends. Probably just the creative community when we were small and close-knit, and it was wondrous. You're one of my kind. No. We're whooping ass. This game looks hilarious. I'll read you the description. Stop it. Warning, this game contains... I know a lot of you are gonna hate this, actually. This game contains puns, dad jokes, flappy bird-like arcade minigames, breaking of the fourth wall, and jabs directed at try-hard, overly serious RPGs. Do not play if you hate fun or would like to strap in for a hilarious quest for the legendary villain-beating artifact. Yeah, dude, my allergies are it's making me feel like shit, Vex, so I figured if I play a game, it'll, like, keep me awake. Keep my brain going. I just feel, like, weird and gross. I'm guessing it's allergies, or it's fire smoke. Or it's yes. Dude, no shit, the game looks hilarious, and, I think Zach's played it. I think he liked it. It's shitty. Regular people are just trying to go about their everyday lives, you know, they just want everybody to be okay. Everywhere I've been in the world, that's that way, but you know what I mean. South Korean's women archery team, holy shit, they've won every gold in archery since its inception in the Olympics. 9 golds. Wow, that's some fucking impressive shit, to be honest. I haven't been... trying to think how far... I mean, I've been... I don't know. I haven't been to I've been to Georgia, excuse me. I haven't been to Alabama or Arkansas. I think I've crossed through Texas, but not, like, on purpose. I love North Carolina. North Carolina is gorgeous. Politically, it fucking sucks, though. But it's, I mean, undeniably stunning. It's so fucking luscious and green. And okay, your kid can't act like an animal or be a furry because they'll be sent to animal control pound, or you have to get them there. Dude, I know, they're convinced kids are using litter boxes, which is fucking ridiculous. But look, I make North Carolina is the same as the worst parts of the Middle East. Nice to look at though, right? That's the thing. Like you go like Colorado is nice and blue and safe, and it's a medical haven for people who need gender affirming just healthcare in general and stuff. But it looks like sand and ass, like a dusty, sandy ass. um, so I mean, it's all a different flavor. I feel like everywhere is a flavor of shit, and we're all just sticking our tongues in it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna raid my friend Misty. She is one of my oldest and dearest friends from here on the Twitch sphere, and it's her birthday today. It's her 50th birthday, so we have to go wish her happy birthday. Okay, so we're gonna go be super obnoxious. Happy birthday, kindness, all of the things. Tomorrow's day off day. It's the one day off a week I take, so I won't be here, but we still do watch parties. So if you come to watch party, I'll be here tonight and be here tomorrow night. 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Come hang out if you want to, but take care of yourself. Make good choices. Take your fucking joy. Drink water. Cheers. Thanks for being awesome. I apologize if I just sound so... I feel like I sound nasally and disgusting in my ears. Like, I'm just so congested, and I apologize. But, like, man, it's better hanging out with y'all and being gross. And this way I can't... I can't, like... what's the word? I can't... It's not communicable via the interwebs yet. Wow. I'm gonna go drink some tea and try to clear my face out. Be good to yourself. Take your joy tomorrow. Don't forget, drink water. And I'll see you